Welcome to Telugu One Academy. Uh, in today's class, we'll discuss National Commission for Women. As we know, National Commission for Women is also a statutory body. That is, it is created by Act of the Parliament. It is created by the Parliament. So it's not a constitutional body, it's a statutory body. And National Commission for Women, in this class we would be discussing the need for this commission, the composition of the commission, what are the members, who are the members of this commission, and what are the various acts which has been implemented after the recommendations, or which has been amended or modified with the recommendations of this commission. So as we know, we have a very significant place for women in our country, and we also faced in this country, we also seen lot of atrocities, lot of violence against women. So to curb such activities, to safeguard the rights of the women, we have created this National Commission of Women. So this National Commission for Women has been created in year 1992. Before that, we did had the body which could look into the matters of atrocities or violence against the women. So in 1992, the National Commission for Women has been created by an act of the Parliament. So it was set up as a statutory body. As we know, when we call it a statutory body, it is created by the act of the parliament. So ఈ జాతీయ మహిళా కమిషన్ అనేది ఒక పార్లమెంట్ యొక్క యాక్ట్ ద్వారా ఇది ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ చేయబడింది. ఇది ఒక రాజ్యాంగంలో ఎక్కడ మెన్షన్ చేసి లేదు. సో ఇట్స్ నాట్ అ కాన్స్టిట్యూషనల్ బాడీ, ఇట్స్ అ స్టాట్యుటరీ బాడీ. అండ్ వీ హ్యావ్ అ నేషనల్ కమిషన్ ఫర్ ఉమెన్స్ యాక్ట్. This was the act which was passed in 1990, and in 1992 we could establish or create a statutory body in the name of National Commission for Women. So the important role, what is the important role or need for creating such a commission? So the important thing is, as we know, half of the population is women in any country, and obviously there is a lot of hardship, there is a lot of violence which is faced by the women, and in many instances those violence against women are not registered. So you take any example, right from sati system. We followed in past times sati system. We have domestic violence faced by women, dowry, regarding rape and abuse or harassment in workplaces. So there are many such instances where women face many problems in their lives, and many such instances are not registered or they are not recorded. So there are many things which stop women to come forward and register their complaints because of the nature of the society. Generally, we have a patriarchal kind of society where women are generally not given the economic or whatever powers, freedom they generally should have. So its mission, the mission or the role of National Commission for Women is to achieve equality among the society. So women should be given equal importance. As we know, we have many fundamental rights in part 3 of our constitution which provides equality. For example, when we say equality, article 14 talks about equality, but we practically see many instances where women are treated not along or at par with the male. So it started, it is in deep roots of our society, it is rooted in our culture where women are not treated equally, and this has been continued for long years. But the time has changed, women has become more aware but still in many parts of the country we generally witness many such instances against women, which is really a shame to the society. So to protect and safeguards whatever the constitutional rights provided for the women, we need to have a strong body, strong agency which could take up the matter and which could advise the government on various policy matters which affects the women's safety and obviously their welfare and development. So the important mission of this National Commission for Women, is to achieve equality and equal participation. As we say, equal participation. When could we achieve real equality? When the government or when the society provides opportunity to the women. It might be political opportunity, social opportunity, or economic freedom. So all this has to be provided to the women. It's not only the job or duty of the government, but right from the family level, family should give opportunity to to make a woman to feel free, to come out and work, to become financially independent, to choose their partners, to choose their education. So all these things should be given to the women in order to achieve equality and participation. So for this mission, the National Commission for Women would strive relentlessly to make sure that the women are given equal position. So her rights and entitlements in the formulation of policies should be safeguarded. So this is obviously this body also established. The second important mission of this body is to safeguard, to ensure that whatever the rights are mentioned in the constitution for the welfare and development of the women, for the safety of the women, those rights are safeguarded. As we know, there are many fundamental rights, right from Article 14, freedom of equality. We have a freedom of religion, article from 25 to 28. So all these rights have to be protected by this by such bodies where the women could feel that there is a agency, there is a body which will generally listens to their grievances. So even the National Commission for Women is also a quasi judicial body. It has the power of a civil court, so it will generally take cases suo motu also, or the woman who is a victim can also directly go and file petition in front of this commission. So the important thing is to review the constitutional and legal safeguards for women. So time to time the things will be changing. Every time there have to be a new act according to the changing situation. So National Commission for Women is a continuous, it will review the things continuously and recommend or advise the government on various law which need to be amended or new law which need to be adopted regarding the women, regarding the changing conditions and situations. So the important thing is here to review the constitutional and legal safeguards. For example, we could able to abolish sati, we could able to abolish dowry system, we have prohibited human trafficking. So many law which has been amended or made more stringent, made more strict, and punishment have also made more stringent, because there is a continuous review of the constitutional provisions which are targeted towards protecting the rights of the women. So one of the important function is to review the constitutional and legal safeguards for women. So this is the first commission was established in year 1992, and Jayanti Patnaik was the first chairperson of the National Commission for Women. So Jayanti Patnaik was the first chairperson of the National Commission for Women. So it was created in year 1992. So what is the composition of the National Commission for Women? We have a chairperson, member secretary, and 5 members. So in total we have 7 members, chairperson, member secretary, and 5 members. And generally chairperson would be selected. All these 7 members are selected by or nominated by the central government, and there is no qualification mentioned for the for the term or for the eligibility of these 7 members. But obviously any person want to be a part of commission should have knowledge about the problems facing by the women. So generally any entrepreneur or a union leader or administrator, professor, any person who has a vast experience in running NGOs which works for the upliftment for the women. So the union government would select such members who have interest, who have passion towards service of the women. So in terms of composition, we have seven members, 1 chairperson, 1 member secretary, and 5 members for the commission. So these are the important functions: inquiry and investigation, action, research, legal intervention. These are the general things, but let's go get into the detail. As we say, inquiry and investigation. So National Commission for Women would inquire on various matters which are generally generally faced by the women. Like we have atrocities against women, where the women generally deprived their rights, both fundamental rights and human rights as well. So into such matters this commission will look into it, will investigate and inquire. As we know that the commission has a power of civil code. So the power of civil code, by having this power, the commission could issue summons or call any person to give an evidence, to call for its documentations. So it enjoys the power of civil code. So it inquires into matters related to the atrocities faced by the women. We have seen many cases, like for example Nirbhaya case which had happened in Delhi. After that case there were many law which has become more stringent, which has made such crime like rape, murder, molestation, such crime as more punishable. So the commission would suggest the government or advises the government on various matters which could safeguard the rights of the women. It also investigates and examines the matter related to the society. So we have a feminine society, whatever the matters faced by the women at workplace, in schools, colleges, in any places, in farms, fields. So all those things will be taken up by the commission, and it would recommend the government, various state governments or central governments, on various matters which could safeguard, which could protect the rights of the women in the society. So generally we have a woman should be given confidence from all the levels. First is the constitutional provisions, whatever are there which protects the women's rights, should be implemented, and the government should also become more aware towards the welfare of the women. It has to provide, it has to give opportunity to the women to lift them from the poverty, from unemployment, and give them equal status with the women, right, by providing reservations maybe, or by giving special incentives. So for socio-economic development of women, the National Commission for Women would suggest the government on various measures to be taken by the society or by the government. So in all spheres, be it political sphere, business, society, the commission would suggest the government on various policy matters when the government frames any policy. So these recommendations are kept in mind, which has an implication towards the upliftment of the society. So we have we have alternate dispute redressal mechanism also, where National Commission for Women would run this. Parivarik Mahila Lok Adalat is an ADR, it's an alternate dispute redressal mechanism, just like we have Nyaya Panchayats. So we know many cases, if we go to court, it would take a lot of time there. There is a waste of money also. So for immediate disposal of such cases, for example civil cases or criminal cases, this Mahila Lok Adalat will redress those grievances. So Mahila Lok Adalat is also formed by the National Commission for Women. So for the speedy disposal of cases, this Mahila Lok Adalat is functioning, and many cases are been disposed by the Lok Adalat. So it also investigates on various matters which strengthens the rights of the women. It also strengthens the various provisions which has to be implemented by the government, by the court, or it has to be taken into view that various administrative measures or governance measures which are directed towards the upliftment of the women should be implemented. So the main thing is all those recommendations annually should be submitted to the central government, and there will be a discussion in the House of Parliament on such reports also. Generally, whatever the advices or recommendations of the National Commission for Women will be considered by the government, where it is in the matters of formulations of the policy and in strengthening and safeguarding the whatever rights the women should have. So the reports are tabled. So these reports are generally in the nature of recommendations, but the government would effectively implement such reports for the development of women. So many legislations what we have today, for example, we have indecent representation of women, might be in media, in print media or electronic media. If there is any representation of the women which is not decent, that is which is not against the morals, so such acts would be punishable. So we have an indecent representation, we have harassment, we have domestic violence, we have prohibition of dowry system, prohibition of sati system. So all those legislations, be it preventive or curative, such legislations should be brought by the government, and the National Commission for Women would review all those legislative measures, making it more better to suit the conditions of the society. So it's a continuous work by the National Commission for Women to have a continuous review of all those legislations which are in action or which needs to be brought in. So both preventive and curative measures should be taken by the government, and those measures are recommended by the commission. So we have other cases of violation against the women's rights, or there is a harassment in public places. There might be property issues, or there might be issues related to divorce, dowry. So all those things has to be taken up by the Women Commission, because most of the cases, especially in rural areas, the section of the people who are not educated or illiterate section of the society, they are generally the people who face more of such problems. So the National Commission for Women have to make sure that such rights which are already there in the law should be strictly implemented. So the commission would also take suo motu cases. Not necessarily the victim should go to the commission by having a petition, but the cases, very popular cases, as we can generally say, those cases are suo motu, taken by the commission, and order an inquiry in such matters, which has a very significant role to play in future, that such incidents are not repeated. So there are many things like it looks into complaints, matters relating to the deprivation of women's rights, non-implementation. We as know that there are many law, but they are not implemented. So non-implementation of such law should also be taken by the commission, and it should put pressure on the government to make it more stringent, and it should bring awareness among the women by circulating news or having a magazine of its own. So all those things should be taken up by the commission, so that they could bring awareness among the women. So we have a National Commission for Women. It's a topic where generally it's important when we substantiate any answer. We may not expect any question from this, but when you write essay, you need to know, you need to substantiate the National Commission for Women, what are the main legislations which are implemented, which could safeguard the rights of the women, which could improve the livelihood of the women. So thanks for watching this class.